Welcome to Behind the Law with Justin Clark, the show that takes you behind the law and answers your toughest legal questions.
Hey, welcome back to another edition of Behind the Law featuring Justin Clark. But this week, a very special program because we have got two great guys on the panel. You talk about energy. This is the kind of energy that comes to your behalf when you are in the real estate market. I tell you what, one is John LeGros from Gregory and Clark. You've talked to him before on the air, and he joins us again. The other is the phenomenal Robert Palmer of RP Funding. Everybody knows RP. Everybody's heard of RP. Zero lending fees, lowest mortgage rates in Florida through RP Funding. Offices Orlando, in the Maitland area, Tampa, in the West Shore area. It's always good to have the electricity of Robert Palmer, especially on your side when it comes to a real estate transaction. We're continuing our talk about the Under One Roof program. And from a lender's standpoint, Robert Palmer, you helped put this program together with Justin Clark, but from a lender standpoint, why is the Under One Roof program so essential to anyone involved in a real estate transaction?
You know, I see too many people getting taken advantage of. They sign real estate contracts they didn't understand. They sign listing agreements they didn't understand. You know, that they get pushed around by the different parties in the transaction. And, you know, Justin has been protecting people who were in foreclosure. And they weren't getting pushed around. You know, we kind of saw this. If you were in foreclosure and you hired Gregory and Clark to protect you, not only did you not get pushed around by your bank, but when you actually sold your home through a short sale, you didn't get pushed around by the real estate agents or the title companies or the mortgage guys or anybody else. And so finally, you know, Justin kind of had this epiphany and said, why aren't we doing this for people not in foreclosure? And we'll do it for a low flat rate. And right now, this week, that introductory rate between now and October 18th is only $300, which is amazing. We're going to talk about what all that entails. But it's just so powerful to have an attorney on your side when you're selling your home. So much can go wrong. You sign so many contracts between the listing agreement contract, the sales contract. You have to choose the right real estate agent. All of this plays in together. And it just having an attorney on your side to be able to look at the other parties and say, you know what, talk to my attorney, he's going to handle this, is amazing. And you guys are doing it right now to introduce the program, to get the buzz, to get things out there for only $300 if they sign up between now and October 18th. It's insane.
There's no better feeling than to say to somebody, talk to my lawyer. If you have a question about any contract that you're signing, the listing agreement, if you have any questions, the realtor's not representing you. They're representing themselves. So you need someone on your side who can really go through the whole contract, make sure that the language is there that protects you, make sure when you get an offer, everything there is protecting you. That's what we're doing this for. We're offering this great introductory special now through October 18th for $300. We're going to walk you through the whole process for sellers.
And that's a flat fee. There's
flat fee.
No extra time. You have talked to them on the phone. There's no charge for that. There's no extra charge along the way. There's no gotchas. And even if you end up in court, as long as you signed up for the program before you hired the realtor, before you listed the house, they're going to protect you all the way through for that flat $300. So if you end up having to go to court to get in a battle with your buyer over maybe trying to give back the earnest money or some contingency in the contract, they're going to represent you for that, all included in the flat rate of $300. The key is you have to hire them from the very, very beginning, because if they don't help you make sure the listing agreement's right, if they don't help you make sure you have the right real estate agent, now they can't protect you as well. So you've got to use them from day one. And one of the big keys to this is they're going to sit you down and help you find the right real estate agent. There are over 10,000 real estate agents in Central Florida. How do you know where to start? So what these guys do is they narrow it down to 3 or 4 who seem right for you. Maybe it's someone who's willing to give you a little discount on commission. Maybe it's someone who has a guarantee program where they'll sell your home in a certain number of days. Maybe it's someone who's the absolute expert on your neighborhood or on your type of property, high-rise condos, luxury homes, whatever it is. They're going to put you with the right 3 or 4 people so you can sit down with those 3 or 4 agents, interview them, make the right decision, hire the right real estate agent. Then they're going to review the listing agreement to make sure it's favorable to you and not to the agent. They're going to review the sales contract to make sure it's favorable to you as the seller and that the buyer is not taking advantage of you, because there's some hedge funds out there buying properties, writing contracts that are skewed for their side, which lets them walk away scot-free anywhere through the transaction. These guys will prevent that from happening. And then finally, they're going to make sure there's no title issues, and they're going to be with you at the closing. All that for a flat fee of $300. And then if something does go wrong and you end up in court trying to get your title cleared up, or you end up in court trying to fight with the buyer or the realtor or whoever else, they're there to protect you as long as you hired them at the very beginning for this flat fee during this introductory period of $300.
Hey, we're up against a break, but before we go, is your house underwater? Depending on your situation, you may be eligible for an interest reduction through the HAMP or the HARP programs. Call right now. Schedule a free consultation with the offices of Gregory and Clark at 321-282-1055. Justin Clark may be able to lower your monthly payments and save your home. Don't pay more than your house is worth. Call right now. We'll be right back.
Behind the Law is pre-recorded for TV, but you can ask your question live on the radio Sundays at noon on News 96.5. And if you need legal advice right now, Justin's associates are standing by. Just give the offices of Gregory and Clark a call at 321-282-1055.
The only thing most people talk about in a real estate contract is the price. How much is the offer? Well, there's so much more important stuff.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Behind the Law, the show that takes you behind the law and answers your toughest legal questions.
Welcome back to another edition of Behind the Law with Justin Clark. We're continuing last week's discussion about the Under One Roof program and the advantages to you when you're entering into a real estate deal. So we continue our discussion with John LeGros of Gregory and Clark and our very, very good friend from RP Funding and the Saving Thousands with RP Funding show, and that is Robert Palmer. Let's get back into it.
The only thing most people talk about in a real estate contract is the price. How much is the offer? Well, there's so much more important stuff. How much will you have to pay in repairs? There's these things called repair contingencies. You may sign a contract where you're obligated to pay tens of thousands of dollars towards repairs if the buyer asks you to. There's outs, there's deadlines, there's all these different clauses in that contract, and I see so many buyers and sellers who do not understand them. And if you have an attorney on your side, you will. And the other great thing is a lot of people don't like confrontation. Right? A lot of people get pushed around because they just don't like confrontation. If they show up at the closing table and there's something there that doesn't seem right, or they're being charged a fee they don't understand, a lot of people are afraid to open their mouths. When you have an attorney, you say just a few little words. Talk to my attorney about this, or I need to talk to my attorney about this. And now you get to send someone else into battle for you to make sure that you're protected. And again, to have that when selling a home for just $300, and to know you're going to end up with the right real estate agents because they're going to put you in touch with the right people so you can choose the right one, having the right title checks done, having clear title to your property, having the right agreements and contracts along the way is invaluable, and you can get it for just $300 during the initial offer. I think this is amazing, and that's just a one-time flat fee, and you're done. You're protected through the entire home selling process. I mean, you guys are... It's great.
Let me give you the phone numbers, too, because if you want to call these guys and talk to them right now, you'll never have a panel that can tell you more about this whole transaction. But I'm sure you have questions at 855-297-9696, 855-297-9696, or you could call the office right now. There are associates standing by at 321-282-1055, 321-282-1055. John LeGros, it is the perfect program. I just love this.
We are thrilled to roll it out to sellers now. It was just a natural fit from what we were doing in the foreclosure context to roll it out. It was just the natural progression of things of where we are. We're really happy about this new program. We love this special deal we're offering now through October 18th for $300 flat fee. We're going to help sellers pick the right realtor or give them options so they can pick the right realtor that fits their needs, go through the contracts with them to make sure they understand everything. There's a lot of legalese in all of these contracts, and we just want to make sure everybody understands what they're doing and what they're getting into.
I love that. And, of course, you'll get to shop around, which is, if there's ever a byword that comes from our good friend Robert Palmer, it's shop around, whether it be for the mortgage or not. And here he is, the mortgage guy, and he's saying shop around. One is because he wants you to know that you're getting the best possible deal. And once you go around and you find the other deals, you're going to find out that these guys are on your side.
Absolutely. And this is key now. Having a real estate attorney on your side when you're selling your home will empower you to shop around. You can now shop for the right real estate agent. You can shop for the right contract. You can make sure everything's taken care of. So I think that's great. One other thing out there, if you are thinking about selling your home and you want to know what it's worth, don't trust some online website. If you're regular listeners to my show, you hear me talk about this a lot, how the servers in California don't know what your house is worth. Only a local real estate expert knows what your house is worth. And I've set up my free home value hotline where toll-free 24 hours a day, no cost, no obligation. A local real estate expert will tell you what your house is worth. This is important information. It's worth the 30-second phone call to know a realistic number from a live human being, not a server in California. You can call that number at 866-222-8231. Again, that's the Saving Thousands Home Value Hotline, 866-222-8231. Free, no obligation, 24 hours a day. Give it a call. Find out what your home is worth from a real live human being. Invaluable. 866-222-8231. 8231. And then when you're ready, call Under One Roof over here. Get signed up with Gregory Clark. $300 flat fee between now and the 18th. If you sign up during the introductory offer, get protection while you're selling your house. Get a helping hand every step of the way. I love it. This is, if I was going to sell a house, when I sell my next house, I'll be using all of these wonderful tools because this is what it's all about. This is how you get taken care of. This is how you make sure you're protected and you're getting the most for your money, the most bang for your buck, the most protection on the largest transaction of your life.
We're up against a short break, but before we go, are you struggling to make your mortgage payments? Refinancing your mortgage is an easy solution that could save your home, and Justin Clark has worked on thousands of them. Just give the offices of Gregory and Clark a call right now at 321-282-1055, and a free consultation with Justin will give you your options. We'll be right back.
If you're having any legal problems that could cost you your home, remember that the offices of Gregory and Clark are your one-stop shop for saving your home. Short sales, foreclosure, bankruptcy, refinancing, it's all under one roof. Just give them a call right now, 321-282-1055, and you can schedule a free consultation. We'll be right back.
They're basically giving their services away at cost in order to build those relationships because Justin is all about people. He wants to empower people.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Behind the Law, the show that takes you behind the law and answers your toughest legal questions.
Now, you guys are also going to help, if I understand this right, you're going to help them find a good title company, because that can really spell the difference between success and a disaster. And how do you go about that? In fact, you also have one that you also work with day to day.
Yeah, absolutely. I think at the end of the day, I mean, making sure the title is clear, making sure everything is correct, making sure that you're getting the best deal on that title. And again, these guys are going to put you in touch with a couple different title companies. You're going to see who has the best deals. They're going to review your title. As an attorney, they can do a lot of the title work for you, review that title, take care of a lot of things, which can give you even additional savings. So again, everything just fits in perfectly. There's so many different moving pieces when you're selling a house. You have to have a professional on your side. And it's nice to have one who is not interested in the transaction. The real estate agent, they're getting paid a commission to sell the house, so they're not really impartial. A real estate attorney who you've hired for a flat rate of $300, they're there to protect you from start to finish, and their only job is to protect you. They really don't care if you buy the house or not. In the end, they don't have a financial interest in whether you buy the house. They have a financial interest in taking care of you as their client. And one of the great reasons I think Justin's doing this is he sees that this is how you build a client for life. All right, if Gregory and Clark takes care of you when you're selling your home, for flat $300. Because trust me, they're not making any money at $300. But now they've built a relationship with you. And when you're selling a home or you're buying a home, you're moving it to a different place in your life. And now you have an attorney. So maybe if you end up getting divorced in the future, if you end up one day having to file bankruptcy, if you end up needing wills and trusts and other types of legal work, you've already met these guys. They're there for you. They see this program, Under One Roof, as a way to start a relationship for life with a potential client. And they're basically giving their services away at cost in order to build those relationships because Justin is all about people. He wants to empower people. And he knows the sooner he can get people used to having an attorney on their side, the more powerful they will be.
It's all about having us on your side. It's all about having the qualified attorneys reviewing everything, whether it's going through any title issues that show up and helping resolve those issues, going through all of the contracts, helping you through the whole process so you feel comfortable that you know that you're being taken care of by us. We're going to guide you through the whole process. And in the future as well, as Robert suggests, we do other areas of law too. I mean, we're looking at Under One Roof in even a broader context. We can be your attorneys from now for anything else that you may have. But right now, we're really focusing on helping sellers because this is the most important transaction that they're going through. We want to make sure that they're all well protected, and we are doing it for an incredible price to guide you through the whole process. It's a flat fee. There's no other charges. It's $300 if you come in now through October 18th, and we're going to guide you through the whole process, help you find the right realtor, help you get the contract squared away. Justin is a big fan of the expression, you have power. You do when you have the attorneys behind you guiding you through the whole process. If an offer's coming in that is not looking favorable to you, you have us review the contract. We'll walk you through it. And if it's not a good contract, we're going to tell you this is not in your best interest to do this. And it gives you the power to say to the potential buyer, I don't agree with this. I don't want this offer. I want to have something that better protects me, that leaves me with better outs. And you're going to be well protected through this program. We're going to be the ones telling you all of this information. And from the last several years, most of the sellers have had no protection. They have nobody doing it. They have their realtor who wants to get it closed to get their commission, and we're going to help you through this whole process.
We're into another break, but here's something to think about. Are you working on a short sale? Whether you're working on a short sale or are currently in the market for one, the offices of Gregory and Clark can help you. Just give their office a call right now at 321-282-1055. We'll be right back.
You can find more Behind the Law on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Gregory and Clark. And there's plenty of past episodes with valuable information on how to save your home from the mortgage companies. And for legal advice right now, give the offices of Gregory and Clark a call at 321-282-1055. Associates are standing by. We'll be right back.
So if you're thinking about selling your home, all right, step one.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Behind the Law, the show that takes you behind the law and answers your toughest legal questions.
Hey, we're back. Yes, we are Behind the Law with Justin Clark. And today, sitting in, we have got John LeGros with us from Gregory and Clark. And we are honored to have a very good friend of News 96.5 and a great friend to you. And that is Robert Palmer of RP Funding. And again, the relationship between these two companies, RP Funding and Gregory and Clark, is a very unique one because you wouldn't think that a mortgage person and a person who is there to represent people in short sales, foreclosures, and now in the buying and selling would be very close friends, very close associates in business. But it all works together, RP.
Yeah, I mean, we both believe in empowering consumers. You know, we both want people to make better decisions, to shop around, to make better choices, to not be taken advantage of by big banks and big corporations. And you know, at the end of that's what it's all about. If the banks just treated people right, there wouldn't be a need for Justin in the foreclosures, you know, but the banks won't do it. And so many people have been jerked around and taken advantage of. And the same thing on my side. The banks take advantage of so many people when they're getting a mortgage, when they're buying a house, that I'm there to fight and protect them there. And Justin's there to fight and protect them on the foreclosure side. It really did just fit. We realized we were fighting different sides of the same battle. And that's just about making sure that consumers are given the power and taken care of instead of these big banks and big financial institutions. So, and now with the new Under One Roof for Sellers program, these guys are stepping up in a big way to help people sell their homes, to give them legal representation while selling a home. Right now, if you sign up between now and October 18th during this introductory week, it's only $300 flat fee to have a real estate attorney on your side to represent you through the entire home selling process. Finding the right real estate agent. They'll sit you down with 2 or 3 of the ones that meet your needs, and you can interview them and make the best choice. Reviewing that listing agreement, that listing contract, reviewing that home contract, reviewing your home's title, clearing up title issues, going to the closing, making sure you're not pushed around at any time during that. You just say, hey, you know what, talk to my attorney because I'm represented. It's so powerful to be able to say that. So if you're thinking about selling your home, all right, step one, I want you to call the Home Value Hotline so you know what your home is worth. We've set up this free Home Value Hotline. It's important to me for people to know what their home is worth. So instead of using one of these online websites with a server in California telling you what it thinks your home's worth based on a square footage formula, call the Saving Thousands free Home Value Hotline, and in 48 to 72 hours, a local real estate expert will get back to you and tell you what your home is really worth and why it's worth that. All right, toll-free number, 24 hours a day, 866-222-8231. 866-222-8231. Then if you decide it's time to sell, if you get such great news from the Home Value Hotline, all right, your house is worth way more than you thought, and you decide it's time to sell, call these guys before October 18th so you can get this special pricing. The program will still be here. It'll be a little more expensive after October 18th, but if you get in during this first introductory week, $300 flat fee, have a real estate attorney represent you through the entire home selling process. This is powerful. This is how you make sure you are protected as a home seller. It's a huge transaction. This is one of the biggest contracts you'll ever sign in your life. Make sure it's reviewed. Make sure you have an attorney with you every step of the way, not just reviewing the contract. You guys are taking care of the whole process with them, and right now it's a flat fee of $300. I think that's amazing. You can learn more about that at gregory-clark.com. John, you know, you guys have done a great job. You know, you've brought so much to the firm since you joined Justin, making an even better place for consumers, you know, fighting the good fight even more. I really respect what you guys are doing. I love what you're doing now, taking care of home sellers and protecting people selling their homes. And I appreciate you having me on the show today.
Thank you, Robert. It's good to have you here, too, as always. And this program is all designed about empowering people, putting you back in control of the whole transaction. Stop relying on just your friend, the realtor's advice on things. It's getting you back in control of the whole situation and having us there by your side, reviewing everything to make sure you have everything that you need to get this transaction done. and done properly.
And protecting you even after the sale. I think this is so incredible. Under one roof. Call and find out more about it at 321-282-1055, 321-282-1055. That's the office number, and there are associates standing by right now as you're listening to the show. Can't thank Robert Palmer of RP Funding enough for sitting in on the show today. And how do they get a hold of you, RP?
Absolutely. You can reach us on the web at rpfunding.com. Again, that's rpfunding.com. Or you can call us locally here in Orlando at 407-802-3344. Or just come right on down to our office in Maitland, right by the RDV Sports Complex, right there in Maitland Center. Stop in. We'd love to see you. You can sit down with one of our loan officers, find out if buying a home is right for you, how much home you qualify for, and learn all the wonderful benefits of using RP Funding, from our industry-leading pre-approval process to our zero lender fees, guaranteed lowest rates, and easy on-time process. And again, sign up now. You've got 1 week to take advantage of this amazing offer with Under One Roof for sellers. Flat rate, $300. Call Gregory and Clark. Don't delay. Don't let this pass you by. If you're thinking about selling your house anytime in the next 6 months, call these guys this week. Get signed up. Get taken care of. 321-282-1055. We're out of time. We'll see you guys next Saturday back here on News 96.5 and WRDQ TV 27.
That'll wrap up our discussion, but there's still so much to talk about that could save your home. So if you have questions, give the offices of Gregory and Clark a call right now at 321-282-1055. There's never a charge for a consultation, and it could save your home. We'll see you again next week right here on TV 27.
Is your house underwater? If you owe more than your house is worth, Justin Clark may be able to get you an interest reduction through the HAMP and HARP programs. It's an easy way for you to keep your home or even just lower your monthly payments. Just give the offices of Gregory and Clark a call at 321-282-1055. There's never any charge for a consultation. So let Justin show you your options.
Thank you for watching Behind the Law with Justin Clark. Be sure to join us again next week as Justin takes you behind the law and answers your legal questions.